about the law and people. That is not a legal defense, let me tell you, and how people can resolve and better themselves.
Justice with passion.
I knew I was going to go into law because I always defended everybody. I was always the one who found a solution and tried to resolve the problem by having people talk to each other.
Justice with truth.
So I'm giving you one more chance to tell me the truth.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Sharon Smith is suing Darren Wilcox in the amount of $3,495. Ms. Smith claims Mr. Wilcox made expensive repairs to her car without her permission and now refuses to return the car. Mr. Wilcox claims he reached out to the plaintiff about the additional repairs, but she's failed to pay him. Mr. Wilcox is countersuing for $1,500.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Cristina Perez presiding. Please be seated. All parties have been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, Renard. Mr. Wilcox, I understand that you have possession of the plaintiff's car.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, did you buy it?
No, Your Honor.
Did she let you borrow it?
No, Your Honor.
Are you leasing it, renting it?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so why do you have it?
Well, I've been in business for 10 years. The plaintiff here, we used to be friends in high school. Mm-hmm. So one day, I guess she moved back to the area, mm-hmm. and we met in a grocery store. Mm-hmm. She said she was having problems with her car.
Are you a mechanic?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're a mechanic and you repaired her car?
Yes.
Okay.
Darren's Auto. Been in business 10 years.
Okay.
So when I talked to the plaintiff, she said she was having trouble with her car. It's been cutting off. She's been going through like stop signs and stuff. The transmission was slipping. Mm-hmm. I said, well, let me take a look at it and bring it on over. Mm-hmm. And once I did that, I noticed that the fuel pump was bad, and I gave her an estimate of $600 to $800, but we'll work it out. Mm-hmm. So
$600 to $800 to fix the fuel pump?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So then, Ms. Smith, so you two knew each other from high school, you moved back to the area, you rekindle your friendship at the grocery store, you're having problems with your car.
Yes.
He says, I'm a mechanic, I can help you out.
Yes.
Okay, take it from there.
I knew Darren from high school. I just drove the car back across country from Los Angeles, going through a divorce, and I have my son with me. Never had any problems until recently with the car, and it was...
What kind of car is it?
It's a 2006 Volvo.
Okay.
I just got a job with a cousin of mine who got me a job with a catering company. I bartend, so I come home late at night. Sometimes I drive through difficult areas, dangerous areas, and I noticed that the car, when I would come to a stop sign or slow down, it would just cut off. And this was very concerning, especially at night when I'm, you know, in a bad area. I just want to get straight home. So I bumped into Darren in the grocery store. We rekindled, we, you know, got to talking, found out that he has a mechanic shop. Great, I thought. So I told him what was going on with the car. He said it was possibly the fuel pump. He said it was going to be $600. I gave him the $600.
$600 to $800, she said?
Yes. And I gave him $600.
As a deposit?
As a friend, he said he was going to give me a discount.
Okay.
So I
was
gave
that
him
just a deposit, or?
No, he said it was $600 total. Okay. So I gave it to him.
It was $600 total for the fuel pump, Your Honor.
Oh, for the fuel pump.
She was a friend of mine in high school, and her brother was my quarterback on the football team, so I said I'll give her a discount.
Okay. And so you were sure that was the only problem with the car?
At that time, Your Honor, yes.
So at that time, so clearly there was something else wrong with the car?
Yes, Your Honor. The car was a piece of junk, Your Honor. The Volvo, 175,000 miles on it. It was on its last leg.
Wow.
When she brought it to my shop.
Volvos are excellent cars, but yeah, that's a lot of miles on the car.
So I had one of my guys look at it, and they did a test drive and noticed the transmission slipping, and it was getting really bad. So we ordered parts to get that fixed as well. So,
did you call her and let her know, hey, Sharon, we should change your transmission because you need to do it? Did you call her and let her know?
Yes, I called her, left several messages, and I texted her as well. And then only on one occasion, I briefly spoke to her about it. and I let her know, but she kind of blew me off, so I figured she was on vacation or something and
Okay.
didn't
Did
want
you
the
get
car
any
back.
messages saying, hey, we need to fix your car a little bit more, the
I didn't get
transmission?
his messages. He did contact me one time, and no, I was not on vacation. He knew I was going on a conference for my new job, and I was going to be gone. And when I left, I told him specifically that I wanted to make sure the car was going to be, you know, fixed. The fuel pump was going to be fixed. So it didn't stop on me at night when I came back.
Okay, so you told him fix the car, do anything it takes to fix the car?
I told him to fix the fuel pump.
Okay.
And to take a look at the car.
And that's it?
That's it.
Okay.
And when I got back from my work conference, he told me that it was going to cost another $1,000 because he had gone ahead and done work on the transmission.
So you never got a phone call from him saying the transmission was broken, or that
When
it had
he
to be
finally
repaired?
reached me, because I was in an area working where the reception was spotty, he did actually call me one time, and we were able to speak briefly before the phone was cutting in and out. He said the transmission, I think, needs some work, but I didn't have time to make the decision, and the phone was cutting off.
So what did you say to him at that moment where he says the transmission
I
needs some
said,
work?
we'll talk about it when I get back.
Coming up on Justice for All.
And now he's trying to charge me for every day that it's been there at his shop.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
And later,
Before I went to bed, I went and checked my phone, and it completely would not turn on. The laptop wouldn't turn on either. The charging port on the cell phone completely burnt out.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Sharon Smith, who is suing Darren Wilcox for $3,495.
Why did you go ahead and fix it, Mr. Wilcox, if she didn't give you the green light?
Well,
Why spend the money if you, what if she's not going to pay you? That's out of pocket for you.
Well, I spoke to her briefly about that, and when we spoke in the grocery store, she told me she wanted it fully serviceable. So I got a reputation at my shop. I've been in business 10 years. I never had
I know, but do you, being in business for 10 years, do you normally go ahead and fix something without the authorization of the individual?
When she said she wanted it fully serviceable,
Okay, so
I included that transmission when
got it. Okay.
was slipping earlier when we had that
were you
first conversation.
concerned that it was a lot of money? It was $1,000 more?
Yeah.
That she was. So how much was it total to fix the car?
The total to fix the car was $1,600, and then she did not want to come pick the car up, so it's been sitting at my shop for over 4 weeks. So I added the service fee, the storage fee of $20 a day.
That is not true. I did not want to come and pick up the car. When I came back from the trip and found out that he had gone ahead and done $1,000 worth of the work on my car that I did not ask him to do, he immediately demanded that I pay him up front the full $1,000. And I couldn't pay him up front the full $1,000, and he wouldn't give me back my car. He's been holding my car hostage this entire time, and now he's trying to charge me for every day that it's been there at his shop.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? So why are you suing for $3,500 essentially?
Because he won't give me back my car, and so basically
that's the value of your car?
the value of the car is $3,495.
Are you guys serious? I mean, why don't you just go over there and talk to him and say, can I make payments on the car?
I've actually
Did you accept, would you have accepted payments?
Yeah, I just wanted the bill paid. I gave her a lifetime warranty.
Okay, but do you understand what I'm telling you, Mr. Wilcox? You fixed it. I understand that she had to get it fixed. I get that. And you're being very good at fixing it. But did you even wonder to yourself or ask yourself, will she have the money to pay me? Never occurred to you that she may not have the money.
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, $1,000 is a lot of money to fix a transmission. It's not just like $100 or $200 extra. That's a lot of money that she did not have the choice to speak to you about and make a decision if she wanted to spend $1,000. Maybe for her at that moment she would have said, no, I'm not going to spend $1,000. I don't have $1,000. I'm just going to sell the car. I mean, how do we know what she was going to do when you told her that? Maybe she would have negotiated with you something different. Maybe she would have said, hey, I'm only paying you $500 or $600, and you would have accepted it. I don't know. But you did not give her that choice. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you
When
can't,
she came,
you can't keep her car hostage. You got to give her car back, and if she fails to pay you, then you come to small claims and sue her. Does that make sense? You
Yes,
just
Your
don't
Honor.
keep the car.
But when she
and
came
you
to the
don't sue
shop-
for the value of your car. You try to talk to him and figure out, how do I get my car back?
I've been trying to talk to him to
All
try.
right, so talk to him right now.
And this is what happens every time I go to his shop. He avoids me, first of all, and then I try.
I'll start this. Mr. Wilcox, Miss Smith would like her car back.
Okay, Your Honor. Yeah, you can come to my shop and we will work out a payment plan. If you pay for the fuel pump, if you pay half of the transmission charge, and then by the end of next month, if you can pay the rest, we'll give you your car back.
So how much is that?
$500.
Right now?
Yes, Your Honor.
So $500 to get the car out, and then $500 at the end of the month?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's not much of a deal. Do something better.
Okay, if she pays the $500 or the $500.
How about she pays you $350 right now,
Okay.
and she'll pay you $350. Is that good for you right now, Miss Smith?
Yes, I can
Okay,
do that.
$350 right now.
Okay.
And then she'll pay equal installments until she's done. So the next 2-3 months, she'll be done. How's that?
That sounds
I think
good.
that's a great deal.
That sounds good, Your Honor, but what about the storage fee? The car's been
She's not
sitting
paying
there.
storage fees.
Storage.
She's not paying storage fees. I won't let her pay you storage fees. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We will put that in writing. You will pay him $350 and make even payments until the $1,000 are done. I will deny your claim and in part grant your counterclaim only for $1,000. No storage fees. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff is ordered to pay $1,000.
Darren, I'm sorry I had to bring you to court today, but I'm glad Judge Perez made a way for me to get my car back.
I'm glad to give you your car back, as long as you stick with your payment plan.
Coming up on Justice for All.
Before I went to bed, I went and checked my phone, and it completely would not turn on. The laptop wouldn't turn on either. The charging port on the cell phone completely burnt out.
Closed captioning provided by. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Dawn Crawford is suing Anthony Jordan in the amount of $650. Ms. Crawford claims Mr. Jordan sold her a defective laptop that also damaged her cell phone. Mr. Jordan claims he's not responsible for the damage, as Ms. Crawford agreed to purchase the used laptop as is.
Ms. Crawford, you bought a computer from the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor, I
For $200?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and it broke.
It did break. Within the second night of using my laptop, it was just, I couldn't use it anymore at all.
And you're surprised by that?
I'm very surprised by that. When I initially purchased the laptop from Mr. Jordan, I was referred by my boyfriend, who had previously gotten his broken laptop repaired by him, and there was no problems at all. Everything seemed to check out, so I was expecting a laptop that would work for me, and he even guaranteed to me that despite the fact that...
$200 laptop?
Yes. I was aware that it was a used laptop, Your Honor.
How old was it?
It was a 2007 Asus Pro Essential, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes.
And you paid $200 for it?
I did pay $200, and I thought it was going to be a great deal because he guaranteed to me that everything with it was fine. He had repaired it, and he told me that it was going to work out for me. So.
Okay, and what happened?
So the second night that I had the laptop, everything was fine. I went to charge my phone on the laptop using the USB port. My phone was at around 50%. I only wanted to get it to 100% before I went to bed for the night. So before I went to bed, I went and checked my phone, and it completely would not turn on. The laptop wouldn't turn on either. The charging port on the cell phone completely burnt out. And I started freaking out. I tried everything I could do to see if there was a way I could fix it, and there was not. It was so late at night, I ended up just going to bed. The next morning, I called my boyfriend, I called my dad, I even called other professionals to see if there was anything I could do about it, and they couldn't fix it. The professionals even told me that it was very clear on the laptop that there was something wrong with the USB port, and anybody who knows anything about computers would have known that. So I was really disappointed because I paid $200 for the laptop, and iPhones are so expensive to replace. So I'm just here to have Mr. Jordan pay for the replacement of these 2 devices.
Okay. All right, Mr. Jordan, when you sold her the $200 laptop, that was the deal of the century. What did you guarantee, or what were your warranties when you sold her this laptop?
There's no warranty. I just, there is a guarantee that if anything breaks, that we will repair it 100%. And I did offer her a new laptop. And she actually refused to take it in.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. At this point, I had lost trust in him that he could.
So basically, you sold it as is, but you said if it breaks, I'll give you a new one.
I would replace it, which I did. I offered her.
And she didn't take that offer.
And no, she refused it.
All right. So what's the problem, Ms. Crawford? Why didn't you take that offer?
The first time he sold me a laptop, he guaranteed that there would be no problems with it, and there were. So I really just wanted my money back. I wasn't interested in.
But you weren't going to get your money back because you knew that you bought the laptop for $200. It was a used laptop, no guarantees, only if it broke that they would give you a new one. So you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Coming up.
I was moving around some wires, I fixed it, and I sold it to her, and I told her that. I told her that the USB is a little faulty and not to use it as...
Anthony, you never told me that.
Closed captioning provided by... You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Dawn Crawford, who is suing Anthony Jordan for property damage.
You expected what from a $200 laptop?
All I asked for, Your Honor, is a guarantee that the laptop was fully functioning. I mean, a USB port is a very essential part of laptops.
Was the USB port working?
Everything was functioning right. I even repaired it myself. I repair these all the time. But what happened with this laptop, that it was a faulty USB. I was moving around some wires, I fixed it, and I sold it to her, and I told her that. I told her that the USB is a little faulty and not to use it as...
Anthony, you never told me that. You didn't
I
tell me
told you
that.
in
You
the...
told me it was guaranteed that everything with the laptop was still okay. You never told me that.
That's not,
Your Honor,
that's
I
not
was
true,
never
Your
informed
Honor.
of that. I would not have purchased the laptop knowing that the USB port was faulty, because that's so essential to having a laptop.
But then again, who uses that as a charger?
If he had told me that, I wouldn't have charged my phone on it. If I had been given that information, this situation would have never occurred, Your Honor.
That's why you buy a charger.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. Promotional consideration provided by...
You guys have no evidence. There was no written contract, no assurances. So all I can do is take your word for it that, yes, you bought a laptop from Mr. Jordan for $200. It was a refurbished laptop, I understand. You believed everything was in working order. Fine. Mr. Jordan says that he told you that it was a laptop that the USB port was fully functioning. You say he didn't tell you that. And you charged your phone on this laptop. So your phone broke, the laptop broke. He promised to replace it if it broke, and that offer still stands. So your remedy is with Mr. Jordan, not with this court. But I will not grant a claim for $650. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Talk to Mr. Jordan, figure out what you can do, but I will deny your claim. Good luck.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Anthony, you know you sold me that laptop knowing it had a faulty USB port.
Dawn, you knew that you were buying a used laptop. Anything could happen. I'm sorry, but you got what you paid for.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.